This story is called Epossumondas, and it's written by Colleen Sally and illustrated by Janet Stevens. When I read this story, I like to take it on down south because it was written in Louisiana. So here's my friend Epossumondas. Epossumondas was his mama and his auntie, sweet little patootie. They just loved him to death. Epossumondas used to go see his auntie most every day and nearly always gave him something to take along home with him. One day she gave him a piece of rich gold cake. Epossumondas took it in his hand, scrunched his hand up tight, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Alligator, and Alligator asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Cake," he replied. Don't look much like cake to me," said Alligator. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at a fistful of crumbs and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hand?" "Cake, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry cake. The way to carry cake is put the cake on your head, put a hat on your head, and come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama." By and by, on another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a pound of freshly churned butter to take along home with him. Epossumondas put it on his head, put a hat on his head, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Raccoon, and Raccoon asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Butter," he replied. Don't look much like butter to me," said Raccoon. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at him and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in that hat?" "Butter, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry butter. Way to carry butter is you wrap it up in some leaves, carry it down to the brook, and you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water. Then you take it up careful in your hands and you come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama." By and by, on another day when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a sweet little puppy dog to take along home with him. So Epossumondas wrapped it up in some leaves and carried it down to the brook. And he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and he took it up careful in his hands and went along home. On his way home, he passed Nutria, and Nutria asked, What you got, Epossumondas?" "A puppy," he replied. Don't look much like a puppy to me," said Nutria. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at that poor little bedraggled puppy and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hands?" "A puppy, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry a puppy. The way to carry a puppy is put the puppy on the ground, tie a piece of string around that puppy dog's neck, take the piece of string, and you come along home. Do y'all hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mama." Well, by and by, on another day when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a freshly baked loaf of bread to take along home with him. Epossumondas put the bread on the ground, tied a piece of string around it, took the other end of the string, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Armadillo, and Armadillo asked, What you got, Epossumondas?" "Bread," he replied. Don't look much like bread to me," said Armadillo. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at that thing on the end of the string and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have on the end of that string?" "Bread, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. You never did have the sense you were born with. You never will have the sense you were born with. Now, I'm not telling you any more ways of bringing truck home, and I don't want you going to see your auntie either. I'll go see her myself." And Epossumondas' mama got her basket, but before she left, she said, "Epossumondas, do you see those 6 pies cooling there on the porch?" "Yes, Mama." Well, Epossumondas, you be careful about stepping on those pies. Then Mama went off to see Auntie. And then Epossumondas was careful about stepping on those pies. He stepped right in the middle of every one.